This is Shuja Rabbani, and you are listening to the Pod Your Heart Out podcast. I believe that the right to work in a safe and healthy work environment is everyone's human right. A workplace where there is humanity in human resources and a place where leadership leads by example. Join me in today's conversation if you see yourself as an advocate for that kind of workplace. Are you someone who loves receiving that feeling of opening up a box from an online order that you have placed earlier on or the same day or the day before? Well, whatever it might be, that feeling of opening a box does bring some happiness. And in this episode today, I'm going to speak about the warehouse workers who actually pack up those boxes for every one of us when we place those online orders, and how they were pushed to their limits during the holiday seasons, during the coronavirus lockdown. So, for example, last year during the holiday season, employees from Walmart, FedEx, Target, Shipt, Instacart, Whole Foods, and Amazon were out protesting because they were just pushed their limits. And if there's one thing that everybody learned, people who are in human resources, leaders, business leaders across the board, just in general, everybody, if there's one thing, one big takeaway that we all learned from what happened in the pandemic is the importance of employee health and well-being. And that does not necessarily mean health and well-being while they're at work. It also means how are we taking care of our employees to the point where they are in a complete state of mind, rested and refreshed even when they're at home. So have a listen to this little snippet from one of the employees of Amazon who made this remark to the Al Jazeera Plus news channel.
Even though it's my day off, I'm sore from lifting the boxes. I'm sore from having to stand on my feet for about 10 hours a day. And like I said, we need better pay, we need better protection, and we need to make sure that people aren't being taken advantage of.
I'll be putting the link for this clip in the details of this podcast so you can have a look at it at your free time. However, what I do want to mention is that they actually got together, and the employees got together, and they gave Amazon's CEO, who's currently outgoing on his way out, Jeff Bezos, the award for Pandemic Profiteers. So it's amazing how employees in some countries have the freedom to go out and express themselves like this when it comes to protesting, as far as even going against your own CEO and claiming, the CEO to be a profiteer from the pandemic. Now, it's a bit of a difficult situation, because is it really the CEO's fault in this case? For example, with Jeff Bezos, is it really his fault when really it's also the demand, right? I mean, it's the holiday season, and we as consumers, it's up to us. If we are the ones that are placing in all those orders for us to be boxed in, put in boxes for the holiday season, or even in non-holiday season, those workers will have to do the work. And I guess the importance here is to listen to the grievances in terms of the working condition and how much they are being worked. Like that employee said, that regardless of having a day off, he's just physically sore and mentally exhausted. And that's where, as HR professionals and business leaders, we need to step in and see to what extent are people being pushed, because that can end up costing the company a lot more if they are being pushed to the point of basically breaking down in terms of their physical health or their mental health or their emotional health, if they feel like their needs are not being listened to. So as part of this campaign, one of the things that the clip actually highlights is the amount of money that the billionaires made. Jeff Bezos, he sits at the top at upwards of $90 billion for the, during the pandemic period, followed by Elon Musk, who's earned upwards of $68 billion, and Mark Zuckerberg, who's earned $46.5 billion, and Jack Dorsey, who is the CEO of Twitter, he's earned $7.8 billion. Right, so if you happen to be in a company where you truly felt that the company put people over profits and the employees were very touched by the actions of the company and the leaders, I would love to hear from you. Please reach out to me on info@podyourheartout.com. You can also visit www.podyourheartout.com. Until next time, thank you for listening, and I look forward to hearing from you.